Welcome to Adelaide East Stevenson High School. You are listening to the Stevenson Broadcasting Network. I'm your host, Jeremy Eskowitz, with my broadcast partner, Zidan Amer. It's a chilly 48-degree October night here in Lincolnshire as your Stevenson Patriots prepare for their senior night. They'll be going up against familiar conference foe, the Zion-Benton ZBs. Before we get talking about them, Zidan, tell us a little bit more about the Patriots.
Stevenson comes into this one 4-2 and 2-2 in conference play. The Patriots are riding a 2-game winning streak into this one, most recently beating Lake Forest 24-13. Quarterback Aiden Crawley had a great game on the ground, rushing for 42 yards and 2 touchdowns. Armand Burris continues to be the wide receiver one in this offense, getting 6 catches for 73 yards. Finally, the most important part of this team, the Patriots defense continued to be impressive, notching 2 sacks last Friday. Patriots look to continue their winning ways and get even closer to a home playoff game.
Thank you, Zidan. As for the Zion-Benton ZBs, they are 1-5, 1-3 in conference play so far on the year, with their first win actually coming last Friday night when they beat the Waukegan Bulldogs at home by a score of 31-0, snapping an 8-game losing streak dating back to last season. They've played in competitive games against Lake Forest and Evanston Township so far this year, and they are really looking to carry on some momentum for their win last Friday. Zion-Benton is led by their best player, junior wide receiver, number 11, Romani Beals. Zidan, what are some keys to the game?
Well, Jeremy, you just mentioned him. Romani Beals is not only the best player on the football team, but also on the basketball team, averaging the most points last year. But he's been a huge part of the offense, getting 320 yards and 6 touchdowns. He caught a 45-yard touchdown in the first quarter last week against Waukegan. Patriots have been giving up big plays early in the game. They got to make sure to contain Romani Beals. Second, Jeremy, they got to air it out. They got to let Aiden Crawley have the ball in his hands, throw it deep to Armand Burris, try and open up this defense. This defense has got a lot of momentum coming off a shutout last week, so airing it out will be great for the Patriots. Finally get the ground game running late in the game. This is how you close out games. If the Patriots are able to air it out and they're blowing it out, they might as well run the ball, get some nice carries for Christopher Thorndike and Frank Costable.
It's pink out and it's senior night. We'll be right back after the national anthem. You're listening to the Stevenson Broadcast Network.
Welcome to Friday Night Football. On behalf of Stevenson High School, we welcome you as our guests to this IHSA football game. Stevenson High School and Zion-Benton High School are members of and have agreed to abide by the Constitution and bylaws of the Illinois High School Association to ensure the highest possible standards of conduct in their interscholastic programs. Welcome to the 2023 Stevenson Patriots, led by head coach Brent Becker, assisted by Jason Newberger, Thomas McGovern, Pat Block, Brian Bergia, Jason Ford, Chris Caballero, Pierre Edmonds, Artavius Nixon, Aki Ukana, Tom Bauman, and Bob McCraren. Join Bears Care, charitable arm of the Chicago Bears, in celebrating the 16th anniversary of the Real Bears Wear Pink campaign. The campaign raises funds through shirt sales to support programs serving the distinct needs of breast cancer patients and survivors, as well as families and caregivers behind the scenes. This year's short sleeve shirt is available in unisex sizes extra small to 3XL. Bears Care is also offering a youth shirt, short sleeves and available in sizes L and XL while supplies last. These shirts are available at the merchandise trailer behind the north end goalposts. Bears Care, charitable arms of the Chicago Bears. Fans, please be patient. We are having some technical difficulties with the scoreboard. The situation will be corrected shortly.
We're going to bring it back to the broadcast booth. You are listening to the Stevenson Broadcast Network. My name is Jeremy Eskowitz, alongside my broadcast partner, Zidane Amer. Zidane, I mentioned before we went to break that it was pink out. The theme was pink. Why is the theme pink tonight?
Well, Jeremy, it's the 16th year anniversary of the Real Bears Wear Pink organization, which supports breast cancer awareness. You know, Patriots have always been a part of this. And, Jeremy, as we saw before, the girls' flag football team, recently made, also celebrated this anniversary.
Yeah, the girls' flag football team, for those of you who didn't get a chance to watch the game before, shout out to Patrick and Dylan, who are also with the Stevenson Broadcast Network, who did the girls' flag football game just a short amount of time ago. The Stevenson girls' flag football team took on Oak Park River Forest, and like they've done all year, the girls' flag football team dominated. They dominated Oak Park River Forest by a score of 36-0, a dominant shutout for the Patriots.
Yeah, Jeremy, they've had good showings every single game this year. They've looked really good and continue to look really good in their inaugural season.
We'll be back after the national anthem.
Adam spent some time with the team yesterday, and we are thankful to have him here as our guest tonight. The officials for this game have been assigned by the Illinois High School Association. Our officials for tonight's game: referee Mitchell DeChico, umpire Ryan Elbrick, linesman Andre Manowis, line judge Aaron Walsh, and back judge Austin Mayorino Sublime. We ask that everyone present today demonstrate an attitude of good sportsmanship. No matter what feelings of loyalty we may have toward one team or another, your cooperation and support is both expected and appreciated. Stevenson Athletics and Students Helping Soldiers would like to thank Veterans Path to Hope. You can make a difference. Join us in supporting our nation's veterans through this nonprofit organization. Your donation can make a difference in providing vital assistance and resources to those who have bravely served our country. Together, we can honor their sacrifices and ensure they receive the care and support they deserve. Become a Stevenson High School Sports Booster member and receive free admission for family of four to all regular season events at charge of fee. The membership is a $200 value for only $75. All of the Patriot teams benefit from the support provided by the boosters. For more information, check out Stevenson High School Athletics webpage or go to gofan.com. Let's give a huge Patriot welcome to the Stevenson High School Marching Band under the direction of Pregame McGovern, Mark Hubert, Manny Vogler, and drumline director Danielle Filetto. Please rise as able for the playing of our national anthem. Brought down by Ethan Agacan. Lost on the play. It'll be second down. For Zion-Benton from their own 3-yard line.
So it actually is second and 15 now, and Lamar Hudson, the quarterback for Zion-Benton, is standing in his own end zone. This could be a good opportunity for Stevenson to get off the field. On second down, the ball is
Hudson pass complete.
Tyron Stewart, who fumbled the kickoff a little bit ago.
It'll be third down for Zion-Benton.
Almost looking like 3rd and 12 for the Zion-Benton Zebras.
Lamar Hudson is in a quarterback for Zion-Benton.
Perfect opportunity to get off the field on the first drive of the game. And they can stop near that, put it in field position for the punt. Takes the snap. He's looking for his receiver downfield. It is intercepted. It was intercepted by Thomas Simmons. And Thomas Simmons
with the interception for the Stevenson Patriots.
scratched the punt in good field possession.
Brought down by
Stevenson gets an interception. That was number 10.
It'll be a first and 12 for Stevenson. It was on the 10-yard line. There's a flag on the play against the Patriots.
So instead of first and goal, the Patriots are going to set up shop at the 25-yard line. Didn't get a chance to see what the flag is there, unless you did, Zidane, but it looks like it might be...
It'll be first down for Stevenson. The Zion-Benton 25.
Stevenson still at the 25.
Aiden Crowley in a quarterback for your Patriots.
He takes a snap, he hands it off to...
Flag on the play.
False start. It looks like it's going to be on the Patriots. So the Patriots, who are going to start at the own 10-yard line, are now back with 20 yards, and will start at the 30-yard line. Zidane, like I mentioned, quarterback is sophomore Aiden Crowley. Takes the snap, says it on, and Frank Constable is taken down at the 30-yard line. Yeah, as you were talking
No gain on the play. It'll be second down and 15.
Yeah, you saw that first play, that Thorndike and Constable was both in the game there. And that first down in the run ended up going to Constable. Armand Burris lines out right. Crowley gets the low snap, and it's given to, looks like Thorndike, who gets back to the line of scrimmage. Sorry, Constable gets the ball there. It was given from Crowley to Thorndike to Constable, and Stevenson, for the most part, gets back to the line of scrimmage. So a third and long opportunity here for the Patriots. Just like Zion was in the third and long a minute ago, Stevenson is now in a third and long. You know, penalties so far, the drive killer for this series.
Yeah, Stevenson after a great pick that got them in perfect position to score a touchdown. You know, some sloppy play, some penalties, and then just a bad handoff there by Thorndike to Constable. Didn't have space to get many yards.
Aiden Crowley gets the snap, and he is looking downfield. He is hit as he thrown, but Armand is there, and it is broken up by number 1, Tyron Stewart. No flag on the play. Armand Burris was, I think it looked like he was looking for a flag. But after a fumble on the kick return, Tyron Stewart makes a great play on defense to kind of slow the Patriots down on this drive here. The Patriots are going to line up for a field goal. We have sophomore Caden On, who actually played as a freshman last year, taking the snap from the 35-yard line for a 45-yard field goal from the right hash. Snap is high, the kick is up, And it is good. It barely goes off. It barely goes across the crossbar, but the kick is good. That is Caden On making his first field goal of the game. Stevenson up 3-0.
You know, Stevenson getting points there, but really a big drive there for Zion-Benton. For Stevenson to get that pick, get the turnover in very positive position, and still not come away with a touchdown is a win for the ZBs.
Not an ideal drive for the Patriots, who, like I've mentioned a few times now, started with 1st and goal. They're backed up to the 30, but Caden On knocks in a 45-yard field goal from the right hash. So it wasn't a touchdown, but the Patriots are up 3-0 to start the game.
Yeah, Jeremy, now we're going to actually get to see the ZBs on offense, see what their game plan looks like against this impressive Stevenson defense.
And this time back for Zion-Benton is that star wide receiver, Ramani Beals, who we were talking about. It didn't look like he was back there on the first where the fumble was, but it looks like he is back there now, their best player. And Caden On will hand off kickoff responsibilities for the second drive in a row here.
Yeah, Jeremy, you know, Ramani Beals not only the star player on the Zion-Benton football team, but also Zion-Benton basketball team as well.
Yeah, Caden On kicks it off. It is a short punt, and it is fumbled again. That is number 7, Eric Petit-Bodie, who fumbles it, but it looks like Zion-Benton is able to recover. So that is 2 fumbles on 2 kickoffs for Zion-Benton. Zidane, something I noticed there is, I don't know if it's because of the wind or what, but they're kicking away from Ramani Beals. That is the second time the ball has gone away from him, so maybe because he's their best receiver, he's got some speed on him, maybe they're trying to not get him the ball on the kickoff.
I mean, Jeremy, anytime you can keep the ball out of his hands, you're going to have a better game. You're going to be better defensively against the Zion-Benton team.
Yep, we have Ramar Hudson back for drive 2. We have number 22, Jameer French in the backfield. And Hudson passes it to Jeffrey James for a couple yards out to the right side. It'll be 2nd down and 8 for Zion-Benton. We have about 8 minutes and 21 seconds left in the first quarter here. Stevenson is up 3-0. Zion-Benton with their second drive of the game. The first ended in an interception.
Stevenson playing a lot of guys up on the line.
Yes. Hudson takes the snap, and he hands it off to number 22, Jameer French. He actually loses a yard here, 2 yards. It'll be 3rd and 10. Zidane on the first drive for the Patriots. They had a sack by Ethan Aga Khan, and they had an interception as well. So really, Stevenson defense starting off really strong here. They have a 3rd and 10, 3rd and long coming up for Zion-Benton. We'll see. Ramar Hudson kind of aired it out on the last 3rd down, ended up in a pick, but we'll see. They're going to try to air it out. Probably looking for Ramani Beals on this drive. Hudson gets the snap, and he will air it out. It is actually tipped up in the air by Ethan Aga Khan and batted down. Ethan Aga Khan is making his 4th presence so far in this game with a sack and now a tipped, batted down ball. So Zion-Benton will punt on their second drive of the game.
Yeah, Aga Khan very easily beat the left tackle there, got immediate pressure to Ramar Hudson. Ramar could only make one read, barely got it out of his hand even before it was batted down by Ethan Aga Khan.
That is the second time so far Aga Khan has made his way to the quarterback, and Zion-Benton will punt the ball. Zion punts it. They punt it to about the 50-yard line. Oh my God, the ball is dropped again, but it is recovered by the Patriots. That looked to be number 22, Christopher Thorndike, whose head the ball actually bounced off of. I don't think he really saw where the ball was. He must have lost it in the lights. He was also hit, but Stevenson recovers the ball. handling the ball on kickoffs and punts so far an issue for both sides in this game. Stevenson will, however, start on their own 48-yard line after a pretty decent punt by Zion-Benton. Crawley is back out for drive number 2. And he gets the snap, and it's a handoff to Frank Costable. And Costable has some room down the left side. He is still on his feet, the 20, and he is dropped at the 15-yard line, make it maybe the 13-yard line. That is a big gain for the Patriots. Zidane, you said in your keys that the Patriots were going to try to run the ball, and they do that on the left side on that play.
Exactly, Jeremy. Stevenson loves to run those plays where they pull the guard to the left side, have a sort of lane, make the lane for Costable to run down the left sideline. He's done it often before. He even scored a touchdown, I believe, in their first game of the year on that exact play. He gets big gains after big gains. This Stevenson rushing attack is for real.
Stevenson moving to the line fast. That looks to be number 29, Frank Costable, in the backfield again. Crawley takes the snap, and it's bobbled, but he manages to pick it up, and he's going to run it himself down the right side. And that is going to be a loss back around the 20-yard line, unfortunately. Fortunate to keep the ball. Crawley was the ball carrier on that play. He was tripped up. He's actually looks to be a little bit of a limp right now. Well, looks like he's going to stay in the game here, but that is something to mention. We know we've seen him run the ball with his legs sometimes so far this year, but he is clearly limping a bit. Nothing too concerning, but it's a little bit of a limp, so we'll keep an eye on that as Costable is back in the backfield again. Crawley calls high. He pitches it to number 3, Alex Drabchek. Drabchek tries to cut in. He will get a few yards, make it probably the 14-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 9 for the Patriots. Patriots are hoping not to settle for another field goal here. You'd think the Patriots should have a touchdown on this drive, especially that this is their second drive. I guess they didn't start in plus territory, but close enough.
Also, Jeremy, you hope to see that touchdown, but Zach Hirsch also in this formation for the Patriots.
Crawley will get the snap, and it is a handoff, but it'll be given to Zach Hirsch. Crawley is the receiver. He catches it, but he falls down. So a little bit of a trick play. So Aiden Crawley lined up to take the snap. He pitched it to that quarterback that we were mentioning that they split time with. It was pitched to Zach Hirsch, and it was kind of like the Philly special almost. Not exactly, but in the Super Bowl, remember, Nick Foles caught the touchdown. Stevenson manages to get to the 3-yard line. We mentioned that Aiden Crawley had a little bit of a limp, but he looked good there. He fell down. But Stevenson first and goal from the 3-yard line. It is a snap, a handoff to look to be Costable. Costable, he gets to about the 1-yard line, so it'll be 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line for the Patriots. Hard to see who the ball carrier was there, as there was a lot of numbers in the backfield with Thorndike and Costable both in the game.
Yeah, Jeremy, they're using that close eye power formation to run the ball straight through that Zion-Benton defense.
Crawley takes the snap, and he gives it to Frank Costable, and Costable is in for the Stevenson touchdown. Touchdown, Patriots. The student section erupts, and there is pink smoke in the air. Touchdown, Patriots.
Yeah, Jeremy, you know, Patriots have done it all year. They've run through Frank Costable and his backup, Christopher Thorndike. They rely on them. They're the offense, and when you're down at the goal line, who else to go to than number 29?
Caden on for the extra point to make it a 10-0 game. The snap, it's a bad snap. On picks it up. He's looking to throw to somebody, anybody, and it is dropped. So a bad snap by Stevenson keeps the score at 9-0. Nonetheless, though, Frank Costable with a phenomenal drive. He had about a 40-yard run, maybe a little bit more, and he punches it in on 2nd and goal for a touchdown.
Yeah, Jeremy, you know, Stevenson's honestly, they have a 9-0 lead, but they've left points on the board. You know, they got a field goal when they were in very plus territory their first drive of the game, and arguably should have got a touchdown, and then there missed the extra point.
Constable so far on the game has 43 of the Patriots' 57 yards. You could say that Aiden Crawley has probably some of the other ones as he caught the pass from Zach Hirsch. But the score is 9-0 in favor of Stevenson. If you are just joining us, there's 4 minutes left in the first quarter. The Patriots are up 9-0 over Zion-Benton. My name is Jeremy Iskowitz. I am joined by Zidane Amer. It is a cold night out here in Lincolnshire, Illinois, but our Stevenson Patriots are leading. That's all we can ask for. As Caden On gets ready to kick the ball off, and the ball is up in the air. That is actually kicked out of bounds, unfortunately. Unfortunately, the ball is kicked out of bounds. It was heading towards Romani Beals' way, but the ball rolls out of bounds just before the goal line, and the ball will be automatically placed at the 35-yard line. Zion-Benton so far to start the game have been quiet, but they have a big opportunity here as this is the best starting field position all night.
Yeah, Jeremy, I mean, we spent a lot of the pregame talking about Romani Beals has yet to really get involved in this offense, yet to be any offense at all. You know, they relied on Ramar Hudson last week. They've relied on him throughout the year. They should keep doing that. Look for them to pass the ball more.
1st and 10 for the ZBs. Hudson takes the snap, and it is pitched to number 9, Jeffrey James. And Jeffrey James has some running room. He has the first down, and he's across Stevenson territory. He'll be taken down at the 40-yard line, plus what might be a penalty on the Patriots. I think we have 2 injuries. Nope, they are up on their feet, but let's check what the penalty flag is. No, number 9, Jeffrey James, the ball carrier, limping. Actually, there was holding there on the Zion-Benton offense, so it wasn't a late hit or anything. It was while the play was downfield, so they don't go back to where they started, but the ball is placed directly on the 50-yard line. Nonetheless, that was the biggest play so far for Zion in this game.
Yeah, Jeremy, they had enough motion, enough sort of movement on the offense to get that Stevenson defense confused, get Jeffrey James around the D-line to the second level. He sped up, hit a great edge, got a big gain. Even with the penalty, they're still at the 50.
And they have a first down, so they are looking good so far on this drive as Hudson gets ready to collect the snap. He collects it. Oh, pitches it to the star wide receiver, Romani Beals, and Beals tries to take it himself. It was a little bit of a wide receiver pitch. Tackled by Simmons on the play. Ball is down at the 47-yard line of Stevenson, so Zion-Benton for the first time this game crosses over into Stevenson territory.
Yeah, Jeremy, when you have such an athletic player like Romani Beals, you're going to want to use him in the run game as well. You know, he does a lot of different roles for the Zion-Benton team. You saw him as the kick returner. He's their most prominent wide receiver. You'll see him a lot on those end arounds as well.
From the left hash, Hudson gets the ball, takes it himself, and moves forward for about 1 yard to the left side. Tackled by number 99, senior Richie Gurigiv. It'll be a 3rd down for Zion.
Yeah, Jeremy, that was a read option play. You know, Hudson didn't hand it off to French, had to make that read, but hesitated too long, had the ball sort of in a midway zone almost, kept it himself, but could barely get any yards as Stevenson defense had already ascended on him.
I want to spotlight kind of in the middle of the defensive line, Ethan Agakhan on this down. He has 3 tackles, 1 tip, and a sack so far. We'll see what he does here on this drive as Hudson collects the ball. And that will be a sack for the Patriots. John Conchaldi, the sophomore. Ethan Agakhan got 2 men on him, it looked like, and John Conchaldi was able to get in there for the sack. So after Zion-Benton's best drive of the day, Stevenson gets home with the sack, and it is 4th and forever.
Yeah, Jeremy, great call by Coach Bergia. A beautiful, beautiful blitz. They brought in number 42, John Conchaldi. He made a great tackle over Mar Hudson. Big loss for Zion. Stevenson gets the ball back with a 9-0 lead.
The punt is up in the air. It was headed in Zach Hirsch's direction, but there'll be no play made by the Patriots. The ball is down at the Stevenson 29-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Stevenson from their own 28-yard line. We'll get a chance to see if Stevenson can emulate that touchdown drive. 1 drive ago.
Jeremy, so far on offense, Stevenson has been pretty successful, but look for Armand Burris to get more involved. You know, we talked about it. He's the wide receiver 1 in this offense. He's been very productive this year. Him and Nathan Crawley have a great connection. Look for more passes to go his way.
As you say it, Armand gets the ball from Crawley. He'll get about 6 or 7 yards on the play, and that play will end the first quarter. So after 1 on the Stevenson Broadcast Network, my name is Jeremy Iskowitz, joined by Zidane Amer. It is 9-0 in favor of the Stevenson Patriots. We'll be back for the start of the second quarter.
Here's the other level report. At the junior varsity level, the Patriots are 4-2 with 88 points scored to 57 points allowed. Surprisingly, the junior varsity team is 3-0 in away and 1-2 in home. Last game, they won 10-0 against Lake Forest. The junior varsity team is led by head coach Dave Jacobson. Notable players on the team include QB Ryan Jacobson, George Handel, the wide receiver, and Marcus Olivery, who is the running back, and also plays defense. Best moment is a pick 6 by Marcus Olivery. At the freshman level, the football team is 5-0-1 with a whopping 236 points scored to just 21 points allowed. They're scoring 40 points a night, led by head coach Joey Weber.
Thank you for the underlevel report. Thank you, Ethan. While that was going on, Stevenson managed to get a first down on a run by Frank Costable. Now the Patriots, after a gain of 3 on first down, are at the 50-yard line. They're right at midfield for what is to be a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, Jeremy, this Stevenson offense really likes to chunk down with their running play, get a very short 3rd down, and then make their play there.
Crawley gets the snap, gives it to Alex Drabchik, and he is taken down right where the Patriots started. And there's a flag on the play. It looks like a little bit of commotion after the play. We'll see what the flag is. Flag on the field after no gain on the run with Alex Drabchik, the junior. personal foul on the defense. Stevenson is going to move 15 yards and get a first down.
Yeah, Jeremy, it will be interesting. I'm not sure I caught who the personal foul was on, but it was Tony Hill for Zion-Benton making the tackle for no gain by Alexander Drabchek. But hey, Stevenson still gets a gainage of yardage.
So after that personal foul by Zion-Benton, Stevenson will have a first down on Zion-Benton's 35-yard line, hoping to add another score here as Armand Burris lines up left. Crawley takes the snap. Costable gets the ball, and Costable cuts to the middle. He is off to the races. Touchdown. He throws out the peace sign. Touchdown, Stevenson Patriots. That is going to be a flag. You cannot give a peace sign. That is definitely the flag that was thrown. So unfortunately, Costable decides to celebrate before he gets in the end zone. Sorry, that's a holding on the Patriots there. Luckily the ref didn't see the peace sign. Luckily he only saw the holding. And Stevenson will be backed up after what brought Costable to the end zone. It'll be 1st and 10 for Stevenson from Zion's 23-yard line. And now Christopher Thorndike is in the backfield. A little bit of an issue here with the refs. Might have been a clock issue. They seem to figure it out. Crawley takes the snap, gives it to Thorndike. Thorndike cuts through the middle, and he is down inside the 11-yard line.
Yeah, Jeremy, again, it's this offensive line for Stevenson making great blocks, pushing this Zion-Benton defensive line back, making those great moves, open up big holes for the Stevenson running backs.
Good tackle there by Zion-Benton's number 2, Tony Hill, to prevent what could have been a touchdown. 1st and 10 for Stevenson at the Zion-Benton 13-yard line. Thorndike's going to stand as the running back. Crawley gets the snap and gives it right back to Thorndike. Thorndike gets stopped in his tracks. Back to the 14-yard line, loses 1 yard.
Just no hole there for Thorndike, nowhere for him to go. He tried to make a play, cut around the left edge. Nothing there for him, just Zion-Benton defenders.
Loss of 1 on the play for the Patriots. They'll have 2nd and 11. What are you expecting here, Zidane, from the Patriots, a 2nd and 11?
I expect another run. You know, it's working so far quite well for the Stevenson Patriots offense. Their offensive line is making big holes for these running backs. No need to go away from it.
And that will be a jump by the Zion-Benton ZBs. They had 2 to 3 guys move across on the hard count by Aiden Crawley. So that'll be 2nd and 6 for the Patriots as they move inside the 10-yard line. Very nice hard count there by Aiden Crawley.
You know, that's a veteran move from the sophomore. You know, getting, I think, both of the edge players, maybe even another defensive lineman, to jump way offside. Nice penalty there for Stevenson.
So right after Stevenson gets backed up, they are now moving 5 yards up. As Crawley takes the snap, he will look to throw it to Armand Burris. Burris one-on-one, and he catches the ball over number 1, Tyron Stewart. Touchdown, Patriots.
Armand Burris has made these big plays, these big catches, these big touchdowns for Stevenson all season. Him and Crawley, they got a connection. It's been working. Just another amazing catch in the corner of the end zone.
Crawley was looking Armand Burris' way the entire time, and Armand looks like Randy Moss out there over Tyron Stewart's head. On for the extra point. And it is good after a good snap, good hold. The kick is good. We have 16-0 Patriots with 7:53 left to go in the first half.
You know, the Patriots, they like to run the ball. They like to make short passes. They're not always that aggressive. But when they get in that red zone, they trust their receivers, especially that #1 wide receiver, Armand Burris. I mean, a tough, tough catch to make. Spinning body, caught it with his hands in the air, survived the ground. Beautiful, beautiful play by the Stevenson Patriots.
That indeed, it was a 2nd and 6 from inside the 10-yard line. And Aiden Crawley just lobbed it up. One-on-one coverage on the right side of the end zone, and Armand Burris comes down with it on his head. Good start for the Patriots so far, as they're up 16-0 with 7:53 left in the first half. All the momentum on the Patriots side. Romani Beals will be back again for the 4th time, I think that is now, for the Zion-Benton ZBs. Also back there is Tyron Stewart, who just gave up the touchdown. Caden On is ready to kick it off, and it is up. And it's going Beals' way this time. Beals will recover inside the 2-yard line and will take it to the right side. He's got some space. Beals gets some space, and he gets up to about the 33-yard line.
I mean, Jeremy, that's just pure athleticism by Beals. He doesn't really even make him move on the Stevenson defender. He just beats him to the sideline, gets around him, gets some nice yardage. Hopefully, Zion-Benton can do something with that nice return.
Yeah, he had a lot of space up the middle. Once a few defenders got there, he just moved a little to the right and made his way up about 30 yards. So Zion-Benton will start with the ball on the 33-yard line. Ramar Hudson in the backfield collects the ball, and he's going to pass it. Looking Beals' way. Beals one-on-one coverage. That was number 42, John Conchaldi there, and there is a flag, and it looks to be pass interference. So
I mean, Jeremy, that's the type of coverage a player like Beals gets. You know, he's been very good for the Zion-Benton team. Not many other wide receivers have been. And if you're going to cover a guy, you got to cover him. You got to be on him like that. Sometimes you get called for the penalties.
And that was a 15-yard pass interference penalty on the Patriots. Zion now 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line. Looking for Beals there, who had a big game last week against Waukegan in Zion's first win of the season, 31-0 at home. Hudson takes the snap. He airs it out to nobody. Looks like it might have been a miscommunication. Looked to be in the facility of Jaden Young-Delk, number 15. A little bit of a miscommunication between quarterback and wide receiver. Really the only person on that side was the cornerback for
Yeah, Jeremy, you know, Zion-Benton started using a different formation. They now have 2 running backs in pass protection because they couldn't handle the pressure before for Stevenson. So now they're dropping more guys in the pocket, trying to protect Hudson. But a big, big miss there. I mean, just complete miscommunication. Jaden Young-Delk cut in on a route, seemed to be running like this sort of medium post route. No other Zion-Benton receiver in the area of the throw.
Zion-Benton ends up calling their first timeout of the half with 7:37 to go. Zion, you want some good news? We got no school on Monday. We have a day off of school. It's Indigenous Peoples Day. So Monday is a day off of school. So Patriots, please don't show up to school. There'll be nobody here. We have a day off of school, which is very nice. Get to sleep in maybe a little bit.
Jeremy, it'd be great to head in the weekend into this extra day, 3-day weekend with a Patriot win here at home.
So we got 2nd and 10 at about midfield at the Zion-Benton 48. Hudson takes the snap. He'll look to throw again, looking for his guy Beals, and Beals with a rare drop. He had about 3 or 4 yards of space. That would have been a 7 or 8 yard gain for him, but it looked to be a rare drop by Beals. It went right through his hands.
If I'm Coach White for the Zion-Benton ZBs, you can't have those plays. You know, you've been struggling offensively so far. You throw it to your best player, and he drops it. I mean, you saw Beals. He was very disappointed with that. But those plays, you just can't survive those in these types of games.
I think the drop shocked Beals himself there. Usually, he's their most reliable player, but nonetheless, 3rd and 10 for the ZBs at the Zion-Benton 48. Hudson gets the snap. He's looking Beals' way again. Beals one-on-one, and it is just overthrown. Good coverage there by John Conchaldi, who makes sure that Romani Beals does not get the ball there. 4th and 10 for the Zion-Benton ZBs.
You know, Hudson targeted Beals when Conchaldi was on him before, drew the penalty. Not this time, though. Perfect coverage. There was no space for Beals to reach out and get that ball.
Zach Hirsch and Christopher Thorndike are back deep to receive the punt from Zion. The snap a little high, but they get the punt off. Heading in Zach Hirsch's way. Hirsch calls for a fair catch, but the ball doesn't get to him. It bounces a few yards in front of him as the Zion-Benton defender actually got in front of him. That was Tony Hill, number 2. 1st and 10, Stevenson on their own 27-yard line. If Stevenson adds here, it'd be pretty big as we inch closer to halftime. 7:23 left in the first half.
Look for Stevenson to chew more of that clock as they run the ball, get some more yardage, chunk it down to the ZB's red zone.
Crawley's still in the game, looking good so far. Handoff to number 9, Kendrick Kenning, who takes it up the left side. Kenning makes a cut. He gets a first down. He is still up. He gets into Zion-Benton territory at the 45-yard line, but there are flags back at the line of scrimmage, and I think the Patriots know it because they are slowly starting to walk back towards that area.
Jeremy, we've seen a surprising amount of these flags on big chunk plays. Seems to be the offensive line just not really that disciplined when their guys get upfield.
So it will be a holding is what the refs are signaling to each other. There was 2 flags thrown on the play. Holding is the call. After a big run by the senior Kendrick Kenning, it was all for none as the flag brings it back. So the Patriots now back themselves up at their own 17-yard line. We got about 1st and 20.
1st and way long, Jeremy.
Yes. Crawley takes the snap, hands it off to Costabile. Costabile with a spin move up the middle. Only gets a few, though, down to about the 27, 28-yard line.
Nice chunk gain for the Patriots there again by Costabile. He's run really well this whole season and in this game against Zion-Benton.
Sorry, I meant the 22, 23-yard line. I got a little excited there. 22, 23-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 14 from Stevenson's 23-yard line. You can hear the student section from the press box over here. Patriots. Crawley airs it out to Armand Burris. Burris with some space on the right sideline. Taken down at the 46-yard line. Tackled by number 10 for the ZBs, Tyson Poyer. With that catch, the Patriots move back to where about Kendrick Kenning went out of bounds before the penalty, the holding penalty.
I mean, Jeremy, we talked about it before the game that the Patriots might as well air it out because the Zion-Benton secondary has not played up to par this entire season. Armand Burris continues to produce for this hopefully playoff-bound Stevenson team.
Yeah, Crawley gets the snap, and he will air it out, looking for options. He's got the coach's son, Zach Becker, down the middle of the field. It was a bit of an overthrow, but there was a flag thrown on the play. Zidane, I mentioned we could hear the Stevenson crowd. Shout out to the Patriot Pack. That is a group of seniors who have led the student section all year long. We can hear them from all the way across the field. They have done a phenomenal job. The flag, though, is a holding against Zion-Benton. So Stevenson's going to move up 10 yards to now be in Zion-Benton territory. An automatic first down.
Yeah, Jeremy, you were talking about those Patriot Pack leaders. You know, it was a new thing this year, their first season, but they've really made a difference. They've really organized that student section, getting more stuff, more chance, more hype around this Patriots football team.
Hirsch takes the snap, pitches it to Kendrick Kenning again. Kenning with space down the right sideline, and he will pick up about 8 or 9 yards on that play. Zidane, when we're talking about the Patriot Pack, they had the pink powder that they threw up into the air after the first touchdown by the Patriots. That's a cool new addition. We haven't seen that so far this year. It was a little cool addition. We've seen some of the visiting student sections bring that in when they play here, but cool to see us do it on our sideline.
Yeah, Jeremy, we talked about it. It's the last game, home game of the season. Might as well go all out. They got that pink powder ready for every Patriots touchdown. 2nd
and 1 for the Patriots. And the Patriots will pick up the first down and a touchdown as well. Touchdown, Frank Costable. On a 2nd and 1, Costable just runs right up the middle for a touchdown for the Patriots.
Once he hits that second level, he was way gone. He put on the Jets, went way past that Zion-Benton secondary. I mean, again and again, it's every game, Jeremy. It's chunk plays. It's great play by the offensive line. It's these big holes that Frank Costable and Chris Thorndike make great use of.
Caden on for the extra point, and it is wide left. A rare miss for Caden on, but nonetheless a 23-yard touchdown up the middle for the sophomore Frank Costable, who also starts for the baseball team and the hockey team.
He also punts for the Stevenson Patriots.
What doesn't he do?
I mean, that's a good question. He's been this all-offensive player for Stevenson. They use him in every game, and he always produces. But interestingly, second missed extra point for Caden on today. Usually a very, very reliable kicker. Not so much on this chilly October night.
Yeah, on the first missed extra point, it was a little bit of a bad snap, so you can't necessarily fault him. But it does show up as 2 missed extra points for him. That's of note, but nonetheless, the Patriots are up 22-0, so I don't want to jinx it, but so far, those 2 extra points that have been missed are not a factor so far.
Yeah, Stevenson looking very good in offense, obviously with the 22 points. But really, again, it's that defense. You know, even when Stevenson is playing really, really, really good football right now as they are in this first half, it's that Stevenson defense who's keeping the other offense off the field.
Let's see what Zion does. Last time on the kickoff, a good return for the ZBs as On kicks it away. They kick it away from Beals, and number 1, Tyron Stewart will receive it, and he moves across the field to the right, back to the left, up the middle, and is down at the 29-yard line of Zion-Benton.
Stewart having to make a lot of moves, make a lot of changes of direction, gets a pretty good return there, puts, again, Zion with some yardage to work with.
So Stewart runs a lot of yards from across the field and back and up the middle, but the ball will be placed at the Zion-Benton 29-yard line. If you're just joining us, my name is Jeremy Iskowitz alongside my broadcast partner Zidane Amir. We are a part of the Stevenson Broadcast Network. This is the last regular season home game for the Stevenson Patriots. Zion-Benton, the quarterback keeper by Ramar Hudson, gets about 2 yards, 1 yard. So it'll be 2nd down and 9. Zidane, we've mentioned it maybe a few times. We'll continue to mention it. It is senior night here for the Patriots. Not just for the football players, but for the Patriots, the cheer team, the athletic trainers. And I mentioned it before, but we got to talk about again the dominant performance by the girls flag football team, who's also celebrating their senior night. They beat Oak Park River Forest 36-0 earlier today. And Hudson collects the snap, bobbles it, but passes it to Beals on the screen, and that screen is put down just as quickly as it started. Tackled by John Conchaldi.
Yeah, Conchaldi's been the primary defense on Beals all night. You know, got called for a penalty, forced the incompletion there. Great tackle there on Beals to get barely any yardage on that screenplay.
Minus that pass interference, Conchaldi has been phenomenal. He got the sack before when the cornerback was brought up when Aga Khan was double teamed back a couple drives ago. So Conchaldi is really making his presence felt as he lines up on Beals right now. It'll be 3rd and 9 with 3:08 remaining in the second quarter for Zion-Benton. As Hudson bobbles the ball, drops it, he'll pick it up himself. He's got some space, but ultimately not enough for the first down as he's taken down by no other than John Conchaldi again.
He's been making plays and plays so far in this game. You know, he had that big penalty, but it didn't amount to anything for the Stevenson Patriots. So, again, great defense there by Conchaldi. Zion punting again with around 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first half. Stevenson hoping to put more points on the board.
It's worth noting that the Patriots will receive the ball to start the second half. Zion-Benton won the coin toss and elected to receive, so Stevenson will get the ball to start the second half. As the ball is kicked in Hirsch's direction, Hirsch picks up the ball, the quarterback punt returner with some space out about by the 50-yard line on the right side there.
That's a backup quarterback with his athleticism. Makes a good play, makes a good punt return. Puts the Patriots in good position to score on this hopefully final drive for the first half.
Yeah, Tony Hill looked to make the tackle again. We've mentioned his name a couple times. He's been an avid tackler for the Zion-Benton ZBs. Stevenson will start at their own 48-yard line here. Still rolling with Aiden Crawley. No reason not to so far. He's been looking good on the day. Also have a lot of run plays. As Thorndike gets the handoff, cuts up middle, makes a man miss, makes a couple men miss. Thorndike with some space, the 30, the 25, and he is down at the 25-yard line, around the 25-yard line. So about a 25-yard run on first down there for the Patriots.
Jeremy, blocking is not just an idea in this Stevenson team, it's their entire philosophy. So Armand Burris, Zach Becker, wide receivers, tight ends, any skill position player, if you don't have the ball, you're blocking, and they're very, very good at it. You know, Thorndike made a few moves, but he was really just following his blockers on the left side.
I don't see why they wouldn't give the ball to Thorndike here, though, as Armand Burris and Kendrick Kenning line up on the right side.
Clock still running.
Clock's still running, about 1 minute and 43 left. Crawley gets the snap and a slant to Burris. Burris catches it and gets a first down. Burris with a first down inside the 15-yard line. The clock's still running. Actually, the clock stops right now. With that slant, it's a Stevenson Patriots first down. The clock will now run. Sorry, the clock stops momentarily. 1 minute and 16 seconds is what we're at right now at Zion-Benton's 15-yard line. Patriots looking to score one more time before the half. As Crawley gets the snap, he's looking Armand Burris' way again, and the ball is tipped out by number 4, Benjamin Burton. Good play by him there. He tracked the ball the whole way, didn't make any contact with him, and gets a deflection for Zion-Benton.
Yeah, Jeremy, perfectly clean defense there by Burton. You know, he got his head to the ball before Armand had even turned around, was able to track it, get the tip before it could fall in Burris' hands.
I was hoping for Armand to get another catch on a different guy's head this time, but nonetheless, a phenomenal deflection by Burton of Zion-Benton there. 1 minute, 2 seconds left in the half. Do we think Stevenson goes Burris' way again as he is out on the left side? A handoff to Thorndike, but there is a flag that was thrown immediately. Looks like the ref is signaling a holding. So Stevenson, for as many drives as I can remember, another penalty will move them back.
And I mean, Jeremy, with the clock still running with less than a minute left in this half, if you want to get a touchdown on this drive, you just can't have those type of penalties. You know, uncharacteristic, I'd say, you know, undisciplined. They've had some problems with it before, but again here, getting those penalties when they make those great offensive plays.
As you mentioned, the clock is continuing to run. We're at 48 seconds now left in the first half. Stevenson with a 2nd and long. Still room to attack for the Patriots as Crawley gets ready to collect the snap. He collects the snap. He's looking to pass it. There is a wide open number 29, Frank Costable. Touchdown, Patriots. Costable was wide open. There was nobody near him. Stevenson with a fake handoff, and Frank Costable with no one near him collects another score. What is that, 2 or 3 for him? 3, touchdown number 3. That's a hat trick for the running back, sophomore Frank Costable.
Yeah, Jeremy, Frank is doing it on the ground and in the air. You know, ran a perfect good route, went past the Zion defense. Clearly did not expect him to be in that second level.
The kick by Caden On is good. It is 29-0 in favor of the Patriots with 30 seconds left in the first half. I would just like to point out that during halftime, there'll be a montage of the girls' flag football game, so make sure to stick around through halftime to see the montage of the girls' flag football team. The girls' flag football team is in their inaugural season. They played on the same field just before the Patriots varsity football team this evening, and they are 5-0 on the year in their inaugural season. You can't ask for a better inaugural season to start. And they beat Oak Park River Forest 36-0 today, shutting out Oak Park River Forest. But we still have 30 seconds left in the football game here, and Caden On will kick off yet again. The kick is going towards Tyron Stewart, and Stewart will take it out, and he will pass it off to Beals. And Beals dodges 2 tackles, still on his feet. It looks like a push in the back. There's a flag. Might be a late hit as well. A little bit of a commotion. There's going to be a flag on the play, and there's going to be a flag after the play. So we'll see what the refs sort out. I'm thinking maybe a flag on each team. But the refs know a lot better than I do, so we'll see what happens as we look at a replay here. Beals dodges a few tackles. Looks like a block in the back and a late hit out of bounds. That'll be a personal foul on the Patriots. It looked to be number 21, the senior J.J. Rivera. 19 seconds left in the first half. A lot of discussion by the refs here. 2 penalties. 1 during the play, 1 after the play. So all 5 of them are brought in. A lot of sorting out to do. We'll see what they come up with.
The official's going to have to talk for a long time, but I would assume offsetting penalties most likely, because from what we saw, it was a block in the back and a late hit.
That's my best guess, and let's see what the ref has to say. He looks like he's about ready. Holding. We'll see. There was a personal foul after the play. I saw that. Personal foul against Zion-Benton. There might have been 2 penalties on Zion. Zion moving way back. I would have thought that there would have been a late hit on the Patriots, but looked like they got the retaliation. The rest saw the retaliation by Zion-Benton there. So 2 flags by Zion-Benton backs them up to their own 23-yard line. A creative return as the refs move in. Not too sure what that's about. Zion-Benton's going to take a knee. That is going to be the end of the first half. Zidane, give me something.
I mean, Jeremy, the Stevenson offense has been dominant here with 29 points. Frank Costable averaging 9.5 yards per carry. He has 3 touchdowns, 1 receiving, as you just watched. And then Armand Burris, we talked about him being the wide receiver 1 in this offense. 4 targets, 40 yards, 1 touchdown. Very, very good. And then Crawley, you know, he's not asked to air it out all that often. He has 6 for 8 for 44 yards. Then Aga Khan as well with 1 sack.
At the end of the first half, the score is Stevenson 29, Zion-Benton 0. We'll be back on the Stevenson Broadcasting Network after halftime. Stick around for a girls flag football montage.
We'd like to welcome our Patriot seniors and their families and welcome them tonight. Let's begin with and welcome Ariel Barshevsky and her escort parents, Adam and Laura Barshevsky. Isabel Botcher and her parents, Paul and Rachel Botcher. Allie Fairman and her parents, Jim and Monica Fairman. Tess Freeman and her parents, Ken and Julie Freeman. Rowan Height and her parents, Andy and Sasha Height, and sister Sylvia Height. Nicolette Lagan, parents Nick and Emily Lagan, and sister Penelope Lagan. Ava Michael and parents Ingrid and Rob Michael. Gabby Ostrand and parents Ernie and Maricela Ostrand. Katie Peterick and parents Dan and Jennifer Peterick. Rochelle Pulikoff and parents Roxanne and Igor Pulikoff. Callie Schneider and parents Eric and Emily. Samantha Sribnick and parents Marina and Boris Sribnick. And April Tan, escorted by Iris Zhang. How about a nice hand for the Patriot seniors and their families? And now let's welcome the cheerleading seniors. Elena DeBala and her parents, Jim and Jenny DeBala. Emma Fritz, escorted by parents Carl and Courtney Fritz. Madeline Jackson with her parents, Chris and Angela Jackson. How about a nice hand for your cheerleading seniors and their families?
That's all I got.
And now for your halftime entertainment, our Varsity Spirit Revolution teams, coached by cheer coaches Elizabeth Ham, Barb Golick, Megan Venino, Morgan Bauer, Lee, Jessica Nabbit, and Maggie Noble. Patriot coaches include Christian Pekarski, Lauren Moschel, Amanda Shulkin, Jennifer Harris, Annalise DeMayo, Mia Karras, Danny Cray, and Morgan Bykoff.
Good evening, SHS football fans. Please welcome to the field the pride of Lincolnshire, your very own 2023 Marching Patriots. Tonight's halftime show will feature music by Taylor Swift. Selections include Anti-Hero, Me, I Forgot That You Existed, We Are Never Getting Back Together, Trouble, and You Belong With Me. Drum majors are Elsa Chu, Lily Schlyak, Joseph Wang, and Sachet Verma. Color guard captains are Driti Yagnamurthy and Kellen Suh. Tonight's chilly lavender haze weather may have you reaching for your cardigan, but this amazing halftime performance will heat you up in all of your blank spaces. Never in your wildest dreams could you imagine a show like this. Get on your feet for the Stevenson Marching Band!
Thank you to Stevenson High School Marching Band under the direction of Caitlin McGovern, Mark Hebert, Manny Vogler, and drumline director Danielle Deletto.
Welcome back to the Stevenson Broadcast Network. My name is Jeremy Iskowitz with Zidane Amir, and here is the girls' flag football montage I promised you. As I mentioned before, the girls' flag football team took on Oak Park River Forest, and they won 36-6. This was a matchup between two 4-0 teams. The girls' flag football team, as you can see there, is led by number 21 quarterback Maddie Kennedy. The Patriots ended up winning 36-6 to move on to 5-0 as Abby Lewis throws a touchdown on that play. So then we caught the end of that game. What did you see out of the girls' flag football team?
I mean, it's really what we've seen this entire season, just utter dominance on both sides of the ball so far for Stevenson, remaining undefeated. You know, Abby Lewis and Maddie Kennedy playing great quarterback.
Yeah, as I mentioned, there was a matchup between two 4-0 teams, and the Patriots came out victorious, and it wasn't really even close. You can see a good stop on the extra point there by the Patriots. Very, very good first inaugural season. That was actually our first time broadcasting a girls' flag football game. We had Patrick Buckley and Dylan Enton on the call for that. That's up available on YouTube for anybody that wants to go back after you watch the rest of this game. We don't want to lose you, but shout out to them, shout out to the girls' flag football, and I'm excited to see sports broadcasting get more girls' flag football games across the air. But let's get back to the football game. I want to remind everyone, thank you for tuning in and watching your Stevenson Patriots on the exclusive home for Stevenson Sports, the Stevenson Broadcast Network. At halftime here at Adelaide East Stevenson High School on a chilly night, our score is Stevenson 29, Zion-Benton 0. Zidane, give me something that stood out in the first half.
It has to be that rushing offense with Frank Constable and Christopher Thorndyke. I mean, Constable right now, Jeremy, is averaging 9.5 yards per carry with 3 touchdowns, 2 rushing, 1 receiving, as you watched in the first half. I mean, just he is running all over the ZB's defense. They cannot stop him. He's chunking every single play. Just most likely Stevenson will continue with that because they've just been incredible at it.
Zidane, I want to reference the keys to the game, so I'll give you a second to pull that up. But I want to shout out our stats and producer. We have Ethan on stats, and we have Justin on producing. We couldn't have had these stats or known what we were doing without them. So shout out to them, Zidane. But I do want to visit back to the keys of the game. How are we looking so far for the keys of the game?
I mean, Jeremy, we mentioned that the Patriots need to focus on running that clock out with the ball in the second half. Turns out they've reached that point by running the ball anyway. They ran it through Frank Constable, as we just talked about. And then, Jeremy, I believe you also mentioned airing out, focusing on Armand Burris. And they've done that. He has 4 targets, 40 yards, and that amazing touchdown catch from Crawley.
That's got to be my highlight of the first half. It was towards where the old concession stand was, and it was a kind of like a Randy Moss. I called it a Randy Moss style catch by Armand Burris over the Zion-Benton defensive back. Zidane, I mentioned our stats and producer, but we couldn't be doing what we were doing without SHS-TV and our sponsors, Mr. Carlson and Mr. Williams. So a big shout out to everyone as well. We can't do this alone. We got both teams. Sorry, just kidding. We have just Zion-Benton out on the field practicing. Stevenson is huddled up by their sideline. We also, during halftime, we got the Patriots senior night. They did one last performance out on the field for the last home regular season football game of the year. And we had the phenomenal band lead us in a Taylor Swift style halftime performance. The Stevenson Patriots are taking the field for the second half. As I mentioned before, the score 29 Stevenson, 0 for Zion-Benton. Zion-Benton is coming off a game where they shut out their opponent 31-0. It snapped an 8-game losing streak dating back to last season. They played against Waukegan a team that Stevenson goes on the road and plays next week.
Yeah, Jeremy, just hasn't been a great season for Zion-Benton. You know, they got their first win last week, looked to keep with that momentum, but just have not done that. Already down 29-0 before the second half is even kicked off.
This is going to be the first kickoff of the game for the Zion-Benton ZBs. We have Mia Correa to kick it off as Hirsch and Costable are back to return it. Sorry, Thorndike. It goes towards Thorndike, but that kick goes out of bounds. So like we saw in the first half with Stevenson, the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be 1st and 10 for Stevenson on the 35-yard line.
Again, Jeremy, I mean, I don't know how many times we have to mention it, but most likely you'll see Stevenson run the ball again, run through Thorndike, who seems to be out on the field now, and Frank Costable.
Don, I don't know if you saw, and we can read more into it in a little bit here, but former Stevenson Patriots quarterback Aiden O'Connell, who was drafted by the Las Vegas Raiders, and I think it was the 4th round, 135th overall pick, made his first NFL start this past weekend against the Chargers. We'll get more into that in a second as Crawley gets a snap and he gives it to Thorndike. Thorndike chugs ahead for 8 yards, but Aiden O'Connell, it was good to see, a former Stevenson Patriot. He went to Purdue, where he at one point was a 6th-string starting quarterback. So it was kind of cool to see one of our own, another notable Stevenson alum, Jalen Brunson's getting ready to start the NBA season coming up too, which we can talk about a little more later also.
I mean, Jeremy, we always talk about Patriot pride. Now we got that on Sundays and eventually on weekdays with the NBA kicking off soon.
Yeah, Crawley gets the snap and hands it off to what looks to be number 3, Alex Drabchek. Alex Drabchek gets a couple, manages to pick up a Stevenson first down. It was right about at the marker, wasn't sure, but refs, they like the first down. Another Stevenson Patriots first down.
Yeah, Jeremy, you know, Stevenson's really good at the situational running, I'd say. You know, Drabchek doesn't get a huge gain there, but he gets what he needs, and that's what Stevenson has been doing all game, all season, really.
Yeah, great run, picks up the first down. We've still got the Patriots on offense with Aiden Crawley behind center. Gives it to Costable. Costable cuts out to the left side. Costable with the big hole. Costable, no one's gonna stop him. The 20, the 10, touchdown, Frank Costable. 4th touchdown of the game for Frank Costable. We talked about a hat trick last time. What do you call a 4-touchdown performance?
He's got quadruple, I don't know, Jeremy, but he loves that left side. Every time I see him rush it to that left side, it goes for a touchdown every time. He has been great for the Stevenson Patriots offense today, this entire season. Another huge, huge touchdown run. Caden on for the extra point here. And it's good. 36-0 Patriots. It was almost like we were just talking about Stevenson potentially running the ball a little bit more this half. Exactly, Jeremy. You know, that's the thing about the Stevenson offense. They don't need to really air it out. You know, we mentioned that maybe they should, but they don't really need to get those chunk plays because those running backs, that offensive line, produce them themselves.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit more about Aiden O'Connell. I was just mentioning him. So, recent news in the NFL world. Patriots star quarterback back in the day, Aiden O'Connell, just played his first ever NFL game with the Las Vegas Raiders after being drafted in the 4th round this past year. O'Connell, who led the Patriots to a state title in football in 2015 and another playoff appearance in 2016, threw for well over 3,000 yards in his time in Lincolnshire, as well as having over 25 touchdowns his senior year alone. Past Stevenson, his journey to the NFL hasn't been easy. In 2017, O'Connell walked on to Purdue after receiving no scholarship offers in high school. Through his freshman and sophomore year with the Boilermakers, O'Connell did not play, but after throwing nearly 1,200 yards with 8 touchdowns, he was named the starter for the 2020 season. 3 games into his senior season, he suffered an injury ending his season, but came back in 2021 and balled out, throwing 3,700 yards and 28 touchdowns, leading him to declare for the 2023 NFL Draft. After getting drafted 135th overall, O'Connell made his NFL debut for the Raiders, throwing for 239 yards, going 24 for 39.
Yeah, Jeremy, O'Connell also holds the record for most passing yards in a game for a Patriots quarterback.
I was just informed that 4 touchdowns, we were trying to figure it out, 4 touchdowns would be considered a haul. So once you get past the hat trick, you learn something new every day. It'd be a haul. While I was talking about Aiden O'Connell, Stevenson kicked the ball off, and Zion-Benton is going to start at their own 35-yard line, trying to get something going in the second half. As Ramar Hudson, the quarterback for Zion-Benton, is back under center. He kicks the snap, and he throws it towards his star receiver, Ramani Beals, for what was good for 9 yards. It'll be 2nd and 1 from the 43-yard line of Zion-Benton.
Yeah, Jeremy, Zion-Benton really now playing not to get shut out. You know, they're already down 36. There really isn't that much time left in the game for them to get back into it. Looking to prevent that shutout, looking to get some positive things on offense for the next few games.
Definitely, for sure, as they have a 2nd and manageable here. It looks to be a handoff that gets maybe, they either lose a yard or get right back. We'll see where the refs spot it. But it was a handoff. Jameer French, that's number 22, the freshman running back. They lost 1 to 2 yards on that. It was hard to tell. It was on the other side. Zidane, I will mention again that it is a pink out tonight. It is the 16th year of the Real Bears Wear Pink organization in partnership with the Chicago Bears. So all throughout Stevenson, you got Bears logos, you got banners, and you got a lot of students and fans and supporters wearing the color pink. So an awesome partnership that we do here at Stevenson. Zion-Benton, the quarterback, Hudson's going to run it himself. He will pick up that first down and dive out of bounds at about the 50-yard line.
Yeah, Jeremy, as you're talking about that cause, you know, they were selling T-shirts before, but it's nice to see a team, a school really rally behind this cause for quite a while now, 16 years.
Yep, that is in support for breast cancer. You know, October is the month that you really support breast cancer. As you just saw there on your screen, the Stevenson coaches wearing those pink shirts that you were alluding to that they were selling earlier today. So, like we mentioned, a very awesome cause.
Yeah, and going back to the previous play, Jeremy, nice run, nice creativity there by Ramar Hudson.
Hudson takes the ball. He's looking for number 13. And it was overthrown. Isaiah Hall in coverage there. But there just so happens to be a flag on the play. And the Zion-Benton sideline is quickly shifting down the field. A good indicator of who the flag is on.
Yeah, Jeremy, you know, Zion-Benton really gets sort of lucky there with the overthrow. And, you know, Isaiah Hall just trying to get coverage. But when you have that overthrow, it looks more like a flag, if you understand what I mean. Zion-Benton gets a call, moves down the field into Patriots territory.
Correct me if I'm wrong, this is the furthest that Zion-Benton's been in Stevenson territory all day. As a quick throw to number 7, Eric Petit Bodie gains about 1. Is this as far as they've been, or am I mistaken?
I believe, Jeremy, with that most recent play, it is the farthest, because I think it's in between the 40 and 50 was the farthest they've got. They haven't really gotten in any place to even attempt a field goal.
And I will mention that Anthony Adams, number 5, got the tackle on that play. Anthony Adams is a sophomore here at Stevenson, gets the tackle on that play.
I mean, and he is a great prospect for this D-line. He's made a lot of big plays, a lot of tackle for losses, some sacks even as a interior D-lineman.
Stevenson rushing 3 on the play, and the ball is loose. Beals loses it. He picks it up. That was Anthony Adams who disrupted the play. Beals is turning nothing into something, and there is a flag thrown by where the play ended on the right side, and there was a flag that came from all the way across the field as the ref runs in. We'll see what this ends up being. Not sure if it was the same call, but flag from both sides. I think another flag was just thrown, or maybe it was moved. We'll see what this is. Is that head-to-head contact? Personal foul. I think it was the head-to-head contact symbol. Not too sure. I think I missed that as we're looking at the replay here. We can maybe get a better gauge of what it was. I didn't see it from the replay there, but I believe it. And Zion-Benton is moved all the way back up, so their great field position moves them back 15 yards. So they're back in their own territory. As Hudson collects the ball. He loses the ball. The ball's on the ground, and it is recovered by the Patriots. That is number 6, Griffin Surin, the junior, who recovers the ball. A bad snap by the ZBs. The quarterback loses it, and Stevenson just scoops it up.
Back into ZB's territory. But yeah, Griffin Surin, number 6, the linebacker, has had a great season for the Stevenson Patriots. You know, bouncing around, playing good coverage, and they're recovering that turnover.
Yeah, it looked that Hudson didn't really know where the ball was. Usually the quarterback would land on it. He didn't, and Stevenson just picked it up. Now Stevenson starting at their own 35-yard line. Sorry, Zion's 35-yard line. As a play was starting to build up to number 1, Zach Hirsch. So that's the backup quarterback for today's game. He was in there as wide receiver, so Crawley was trying to get him the ball there. As you remember, back in the first quarter, what led to Stevenson's first touchdown, Crawley took the snap, gave it to Hirsch, and then Hirsch just dumped it right back to Crawley, and Crawley managed to, he fell down at the 3-yard line, but it set up the first score.
Yeah, Jeremy, you know, it's sort of weird to see Zach Hirsch, the backup quarterback, playing so many positions, but with his athletic profile, he's able to.
And he looks to be back in there again. The ball thrown downfield to Armand Burris. Burris catches it. Burris makes a spin move and is in for the touchdown. Touchdown, Patriots.
Jeremy, we talked about it. They got to air it out. They got to target Armand Burris. Another one for him. Another touchdown. A nice catch, nice route. Ran it in perfect. Great spin move to end up in the end zone.
You mentioned it many times, but the Crawley and Burris connection is like no other. A bad snap, and it looked to be a little bit of a wonky hold on the extra point, but it is good. On knocks it through again. We've got 43-0 in favor of the Stevenson Patriots as we see the replay. Armand catches it, spins around, and gets in the end zone for the Stevenson touchdown. Again, it's senior night, so shout out to all the seniors. Zidane, we've been seniors this year, and we've been in this club for 4 years of sports broadcasting. It's been very fun. We've gotten to do many different sports, so shout out to you also on your senior night here for sports broadcasting.
Thank you, Jeremy. You know, it's the last football game, home football game. You know, it's bittersweet because it's great to see, you know, the student section was packed with all that pink, you know, a great celebration of all the seniors on the girls' flag football team, Palms cheering, obviously, this football team.
But this is potentially could not be the last home game of the season. Can you talk a little bit about where the Patriots stand when it comes to, like, the playoff race right now?
Yeah, Jeremy, they're well into it, you know, having a great season. I believe they might be just this win away from making the playoffs, but they would need to win out to secure a home playoff game, which Stevenson football has not seen for quite a while.
And if a little bit of a squib kick to number 50 of Zion-Benton is recovered by Zion-Benton. It was a little bit of an odd kick, but Zion-Benton recovers it. I guess, again, A, trying to keep the ball from going out of bounds, and B, keeping it away from the flashy punt returners of Zion-Benton and Beals.
Yeah, Jeremy, you know, a great offensive showing for Stevenson so far this game. With 4 to 3 points, with still some time left in the third quarter. They're 10 points off their highest scoring game of the season against Taft, I believe, in week 2, where they put up 52 points.
Yeah, and what I was going to say before is if Stevenson gets lucky to get a home playoff game, you know where you can find the game. Same spot on YouTube. Stevenson Sports Broadcasting Network will get you that game, but still some season left to go as Zion-Benton hands the ball off for about a gain of 3 yards up the middle. So Stevenson, after this game, we still got 7 minutes and 2 seconds left in the third and another quarter, but just to let the viewers know what the upcoming schedule is for Stevenson, they play on the road next week against Waukegan, the team that Zion-Benton just beat 31-0 last week, and then they wrap up the season on the road at Libertyville in about 2 weeks here. So that's what's on tap for Stevenson to end the year, regular season.
I mean, Jeremy, coming into this year, there were a lot of question marks about the Stevenson program. You know, they had a lot of great players who weren't here anymore. But Coach Becker's team has stepped it up.
And while Zidane was talking, Ian McAlvey registered his first sack of the game as he takes down the ball carrier well in the backfield. A little celebration there from Ian McAlvey, a senior. And as you just saw on your screen, which I just looked up and saw myself, it is coming down outside. We avoided the rain so far. The rain was a little rainy today, but it is raining right now here. You can see as you look up into the lights, we got some rain. So that also could dictate, you know, why the student section is dwindling out a little bit, but the rain is coming down.
Jeremy, I didn't even notice because this Stevenson offense has been so well.
You can't tell from what the field looks like.
I mean, you think about that Aiden Crawley pass to Armand Burris, no signs of rain, and now I'm looking and I can see it's pouring down.
All I did was just look up at the TV and saw the rain coming down as Zion-Benton hands the ball off but gets smothered before anything can really get started. It is going to be 4th and long for Zion-Benton here.
Now that we've mentioned the rain, you know, Zion-Benton's really had some issues with their ball handling, the snapping. Maybe that is partly due to the wet conditions out there.
Yeah, it's really coming down, but you can't tell if you're looking at the field. So that was definitely an interesting look there. But Christopher Thorndike, for the first time when Zion-Benton punts, is the only man deep back. Maybe that means Hirsch might be coming into the game, up 43-0. We'll see what's going on. I'm assuming we're going to get a little bit of a run from the seniors as well. We'll see, but we still have 4 minutes and 52 seconds left in the third quarter as the punt from Zion is up. And it's going to take a couple bounces, and Thorndike is just going to let the Zion-Benton man drop the ball.
Yeah, I think it was Tony Hill there who collected it around the 38, I believe.
Yeah, Tony Hill, we've mentioned his name a couple times. I think he's got about 7 tackles so far on the game for Zion-Benton, so definitely a bright side for Zion-Benton there.
Now, Jeremy, as we talked about, it's time to chew that clock, to run the ball, get that clock way down, hopefully into the fourth quarter.
Definitely, we got 4 minutes and 43 seconds left here in the third quarter. We have, I was right, we have Zach Hirsch, the junior, into the game for the Patriots. Stevenson working in some of their seniors closest to us. I see number 88, Jack Staub, the junior. You get a handoff to Thorndike, and Thorndike is looked like it could have potentially been a face mask. Yep, there's a flag. So that, from our perspective, looks to be a face mask. I didn't even see the flag thrown, but I think that was a face mask, the way his head kind of moved on the tackle there. Interesting. Illegal shift on the Patriots.
I'm surprised by the call. I definitely thought that the flag would be out there for the face mask. It seemed, from our view, as you said, Thorndike was facing at the seam. The Zion-Benton defender dragged him down straight by that mask, but apparently an illegal shift. Stevenson going backwards.
5-yard loss is what the illegal shift penalty alludes to. But Stevenson still 1st and 15 as Hirsch gets the ball. Hirsch is going to take it himself out the left side. Hirsch doesn't get much going. Takes it down, maybe loses a yard or two. 2nd down and 16-17.
But Jeremy, that's almost a sort of underrated aspect of the Stevenson offense, is that both Hirsch and Aiden Crawley are very athletic, and they can run the ball. And I mean, we just saw Aiden Crowley catch the ball. So having those athletic quarterbacks allows them to mix up their play a lot.
Hirsch, like we've mentioned, is now in the game. Crawley's night looks to be over. A stellar performance for him through a couple touchdown passes. I'm assuming that's going to be a false start on the Patriots. Look at the receiver was in motion before the ball really got snapped. My assumption was right that time. The refs and I aligned on that one. And I want to shout out the boys ice hockey team. Save the date for tomorrow, Saturday, October 7th, for a block party before the boys ice hockey game from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. at Twin Rinks. Join in the fun with food trucks, live DJ, giveaways, free pizza or tacos with your Stevenson student ID, and we're going to continue the theme of the pink out, so don't forget to wear your pink. The Patriots will take on the Dukes from York at 8:10 p.m. Stevenson, we hope to see you there. As Hirsch hands off the ball to Thorndike, and Thorndike has a lot of space. The 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Patriots. However, there's a flag down on the field. There's two flags. We'll check the flag, but I'm going to go with an illegal block in the back here on the Patriots. So as Stevenson moves back, and it is an illegal block in the back. So Stevenson is going to start marching back in their own territory.
Yeah, Jeremy, you saw two Zion defenders sort of run into each other. Looked, I thought, from natural play, but now seeing the replay, Stevenson, offensive player, definitely pushed them together. That great touchdown run by Christopher Thorndike gets called back.
So after the illegal block in the back, what was a very long touchdown, Stevenson backs up 45 yards from the end zone to Zion-Benton 45, but nonetheless, it was still a first down. So we're assuming probably Hirsch looks deep, and that ball is thrown out of bounds. The intended receiver on the play was number 88, Jack Staub, the junior. That's okay. It's fine. There's 40 seconds left in the game. Or, sorry, not the game. The third quarter. I'm assuming the clock should be stopped. Wasn't the ball thrown out of bounds?
I am confused there too, because I would have thought it would stop at 50, and it's nearly
maybe because of the score that they're just gonna go with a running clock to end the game. That's my assumption, because
possibly
that ball is thrown out of bounds. So I'm assuming we're going with a running clock. We've seen this before. I don't know if we've seen it this year. I know we saw it last year, so this might be a running clock the way through, as a handoff to number 26. Saul Modzalewski, which takes him 2 yards. That is the end of the third quarter on the Stevenson Broadcast Network. The score is 43-0 in favor of the Stevenson Patriots. We'll be back after a short commercial break here on the Stevenson Broadcast Network. Welcome back to the Stevenson Sports Broadcast Network. We are starting the fourth quarter. The clock is running, so we're going to have a running clock, it looks to be, through the rest of the game. I want to shout out the seniors, but after this play, Zach Hirsch, there's a wide open receiver. Touchdown, Jack Staub. I have no clue what happened on that play, but Jack Staub was wide open for the Patriots touchdown. That's what you call no coverage.
I mean, Jeremy, you want to talk about busted coverage, you know, oh, they missed an assignment. Everyone missed their assignment because there was no defender anywhere near him, and it seemed almost, it's like an engage 8. Everyone was blitzing. I mean, I don't know what happened there with Zion, but clearly defensive play calling did not make it to the defense.
That was a 57-yard touchdown pass for Jack Staub. I mean, he was so open, he probably could have gone the whole field without anyone coming anywhere near him. But as Seth Levy, number 17, attempts the extra point, I'm going to read off the names of the seniors on this football program who we would like to shout out as the extra point is good. So I'm going to go in numerical order. We have Armand Burris, Veer Patel, Will Kirksick, Kendrick Kenning, Ronan Traficenti, Eric Wade, JJ Livera, Isaiah Hall, Sal Modzalewski, Yogith Jayangith, Ryan Pederick, Ian McKelvey, Andrew Zhang, Ben Owens, Jackson Scher, Ethan Agakhan, Carson Oleman, Arthur Stoyanov, Justin Rodriguez, Lucas Paynar, Avi Garlapati, Michael Portiera, and Richie Gorgiev. So shout out to all those seniors, most who have played all 4 years in the Stevenson football organization here. So shout out to those seniors. Thank you for all you've done for Stevenson Patriot Athletics. As I mentioned, the clock is going to continue to run. The clock won't stop the rest of the way out here. We're about 9:39 left in the fourth quarter. The score, Stevenson 50, Zion-Benton 0.
Yeah, Jeremy, talking about those seniors, you know, some with so far big games. Armand Burris, 2 touchdown catches. Ethan Agakhan's made some big plays on defense.
Another squib kick, and the Patriots are signaling like they have the ball. We'll see what the refs think. I think they signaled Zion-Benton's way. And the Patriots recovered the ball. So on a squib kick where 2 Zion-Benton defenders crowded around the ball, I didn't catch what number it was for the Patriots. We'll see if we can get a replay, but the Patriots ended up recovering the ball there. So Stevenson, after the wide open touchdown, are going to start the drive on Zion-Benton's 29.
Stevenson, if they do score, will set their highest scoring game so far this year. But with the running clock, we'll see if they'll be able to.
They scored, I think it was 53, 54, 52, sorry, in a game against Taft, at Taft, week 2 of the season, where Stevenson won. They'll start on Zion's 29-yard line. Hirsch hands it off to number 25, Brennan Paywall. He loses a yard, sorry. It'll be 2nd and 11. The clock continues to run as we're 7 minutes and 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Looks like the rain, if you look into the lights, has slowed down a bit.
Speaking of water, Jeremy, next Wednesday, the boys swim and dive team will host an informational meeting for all interested athletes. Come join a storied and talented team. There are 2 meetings in the same day, Wednesday, October 11th, 7:45 a.m. In the morning, in person at the pool upper deck, and then 5:30 p.m. via Zoom.
That was really good, Zidane. I was talking about the rain, and you snuck it. That was really good. I'm proud of you. Daniel Hammond takes the handoff there, loses a couple yards. It'll be third and looks to be 13 for the Patriots, 14, 15 maybe.
Clock still running. Less than 7 minutes left in this game.
Zidane, tell me about FCCLA's October meeting.
Well, Jeremy, there's just a few questions. Do you have a passion for fashion, interior design, cooking, baking, and or advocating for child's development? Well, if you do, FCCLA October meeting is for you. Wednesday morning at 7:45 in the Foods Lab, room 1406.
Okay, I might have to check it out. That sounds phenomenal. I might check that out. Stevenson has got a fourth down and it looks to be 12 after another handoff to Brennan Paywall. Looks like the Patriots, I think looks like they're going to go for it. Doesn't really matter at this point in the game, but they're going to line up to go for it. We'll see what they do here. They got about 12 yards to go to pick it up, so we'll see what they do here as Hirsch gets the snap and hands it off to number 25, Brennan Paywall. Doesn't get much, and it'll be a turnover. Turnover on downs. Making sure there was no movement from the Zion-Benton sideline for a second, so a little unsure, but Zion-Benton is going to take over. 5:22 left in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Jeremy, Stevenson just trying to really milk that clock. No reason to not to. But I have some more questions for you.
Hit me. Let's do it.
Do you like literature? Do you like public speaking? Then a slam poetry workshop for Stevenson's spoken word team might just be for you. Do you want to compete in Young Chicago Authors Rooted in Radical Slam Poetry Festival? Then this club is perfect for you.
So we got the FCCLA meeting on Wednesday. We got the slam poetry on Wednesday, and we have the boys swim and dive team meeting on Wednesday. It's a busy Wednesday.
If you're interested in those things, then yeah, you only got so many meetings. You got to make some of them.
Should we add something else for Wednesday? Sports Analytics Club. Want to talk a little bit about that?
Of course, Jeremy. Yeah, 4:30 every single Wednesday in room 1912 and 1914 double room. Not many clubs have that, but if you like sports, if you like having fun, if you like getting candy, then Sports Analytics is for you.
Talk about sports broadcasting. Talk about what we're doing right here. That meets Monday, so we're not going to add another thing to the Wednesdays, but let's talk about Monday. If anyone's wanting to do stuff like this or looking for stuff after school on Monday.
Well, clearly Wednesday's a busy day, but Monday, not so much. Come every Monday, 4:30 in room
1902, right? 1902,
I believe.
Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, Zidane, but a mishandle by Zion as the Patriots recover. You could see a very animated Romani Beals, very frustrated with how the way this game has gone for Zion, but Stevenson is going to take over yet again from Zion-Benton territory. Sorry, Zidane. Continue along. Room 1902.
Room 1902. If you're interested in what's going on right now, broadcasting these games, or just coming to a meeting, meeting some new people, having fun, talking sports, then come to Sports Broadcasting, open to everyone, as we said, every Monday at 4:30 p.m.
Follow the Instagram as well.
Oh, of course. Thank you for reminding me. SHS Sports Broadcasting Instagram, that is the @ very important. We post interviews, we post nice graphics that have been getting better and better as the season goes on, updates, we do game of the weeks every week with the interviews and stuff, and with hopefully a lot more broadcasts to come this year.
Speaking of which, our producer Justin Furstein got an interview with Luke Nelson before this week's game, so after this game, feel free to check it out. Hirsch collects the snap for the Patriots. Patriots back on offense, and they're going to move back a little bit. There's a flag on the field. The ball was given to Saul Modzalewski. We'll see what that flag is, but the Patriots, they're just continuing to run the ball. There's 2 minutes and 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The score is 50-0 in favor of the Patriots. My name is Jeremy Iskowitz. My partner is Zidane Amer, and we have been with you all night on the Stevenson Broadcasting Network, home for all Stevenson's home sports.
Jeremy, as it's 50-0, in this game with less than 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. We have to mention the most important news of the weekend. Again, non-attendance day, Monday, 3-day weekend, Indigenous Peoples Day. I can't wait to just wake up and wait. Oh, I don't have school. I'm going to go back to sleep now.
Sleep in, indeed. And you know what? What's better than a 3-day weekend? A victory 3-day weekend. The Patriots, they pitch it outside. That's number 24, Luke Benthusen, who's taken down. But there's another flag on the play. We'll check what that is. But you know what's better? What I was saying was, you know what's better than a 3-day weekend? A victory 3-day weekend after a girls flag football win and a boys varsity football game win. And you know what? Popping out, like I mentioned before, to the boys ice hockey game tomorrow for a pregame block party with DJ, food, all the goodies. Just bring your Stevenson student ID, and you'll be good for free food. I think it was free pizza or tacos.
Keep the good vibes going throughout the weekend.
You know, one could say, you know, good things happen when the Patriots are wearing pink, helping out good causes. So we're going to continue. As Zidane, you are wearing pink. I'm wearing purple, but you're wearing pink. Good things happen when wearing pink. As there are 33 seconds left to go in this game. Stevenson will take a knee. Zidane, let's do a little bit of a recap, okay?
Jeremy, first drive of the game, Zion-Benton immediately a pick, puts Stevenson in great position. And then from there, it was just the Stevenson offense dominating Frank Kospel with, I believe, 4 touchdowns this game. Armand Burris reeled in 2. Ethan Agkhan and the rest of the defense balled out. Just an altogether total dominating performance by the Patriots this Friday night.
While the Patriots and the ZBs show a sign of good sportsmanship and shake hands at midfield, Zidane, quickly, I'm going to put you on the spot. Give me a player of the game.
Can it be anyone other than Frank Kospel? 4 touchdowns, way over 100 yards, made big play after big play. He's been great for this Stevenson Patriots offense throughout the season, even better tonight.
As we wait for the Chicago Bears players of the game, I want to remind everyone that this is the last regular season home football game. So for the regular season, our job here on the Stevenson Broadcast Network is done. But catch the Stevenson Patriots in their push for the playoffs, their push for a home playoff game, by popping out to Waukegan next week and Libertyville the week after. As the Patriots run over to celebrate with the band, the Stevenson Patriots are victorious over the Zion-Benton ZBs, 50-0. Thank you for watching the broadcast on the Stevenson Broadcast Network. Alongside my broadcast partner, Zidane Amer, I'm Jeremy Iskowitz. You just saw your Stevenson Patriots pick up a huge win, 50-0 over the Zion-Benton ZBs. Thank you to our sponsors, Mr. Williams and Mr. Carlson, to our producer, Justin Furstein, to our stats, Ethan, to the amazing SHS-TV. Like I mentioned before, we can't do the work we do without them. And once again, shout out to the seniors, class of 2024, for all the hard work that they've put in. Good night.